Okay, Mr. Alex, thank you very much for your patience. You're the last on the panel before we do the final submission. So I'll give you your own time. Just talk when you are done, then we move on. Good evening to you.
Thank you, Mr. NAIJA, and viewers worldwide, of course, my fellow panelists. Thank you for the work you're doing. I salute those who are always on the comment section. Thank you for the great work. Yes, just fasten your seatbelt because what I'm going to say today, I've said it before, but I want to re-explain it or reaffirm it. What is Nigeria? Where is Nigeria? Who are Nigerians? Brothers and sisters, if you look at this fraudulent constitution, it is in my verba, like verbally or word for word, or piagia by piagia, page by page, that is. You realize that I have never seen a country after 50 years or 60 years of independence, no intentional political will by leaders, generation after generation, even since 1914 or since 1960 or in the 70s, no intentional political will to have a sense of development. I've never seen. For me, Nigeria is just a mirage. Because what we see displaying out every 4 years is nothing short of spiritual and moral bankruptcy from our political leaders. What we see, the political anchoraging, the ethnocentric parochialism, or the tribal filatable you see every 4 years as the tribal war that is in every electionary period. It goes to tell you that Nigeria is a fraud. There is no country called Nigeria. It only exists in the minds of the hoi pollois, as the mind of the common masses. That is. If you look at it, where is Nigeria today? As at 1883, far back 1883, a man in Italy, Lorenzo Venosi, designed and installed the first electrical power plant powered by hydraulic power as at 1883. As at 1920s, countries have designed the way they want to go. All we hear about our leaders is money, is about women, is about holiday trips, it's about material acquisition. That is not a country. We don't hear politics about our currency. We don't hear about production. We don't hear about security. We don't hear about education. We don't hear about national, territorial integrity. We don't hear about, what nations are proud of. Development, modernization, technology. We don't hear about nothing progressive. It's all about looting and stealing. Then they bring all the tribes together during the election period and hit their heads against each other, and we just continue on our political tatatos. We just play to the gallery. We play to the jamboree and the singing cymbals of these men and women. Gentlemen, there is no country called Nigeria. A country where a man from one particular tribe can't be a president, even if he won. So for me, that's why we are here continuously for donkey days, with our political or social media vuvuzela to say caputuri jetamenta, a country where leaders, so-called lawmakers, legislature are going to be using more than $150,000-$60,000 to buy one car, and according to World Health Organization, the same country is the capital, head of the whole globe. So for me, I just feel we should have a rethink. Igbos, Yoruba, Benin, Ishan, Calabar, wherever, have a rethink. There is no country. Let's stop daydreaming. There is no country. The earlier we wake up from our nightmare, even if it's afternoon, the better for us. There is no country. No intentions. There are intentions you see, you'll be like, okay, we are going somewhere. We are not going anywhere. Unfortunately, it's a fraud. Exactly what Ojukwu saw. And he called for a meeting. All leaders of thoughts across the nook and cranny of the of the zones those days. They all agreed to fight for his own people. He was an historian from a great school. So what he saw is what we are going through today. A particular set, I've never seen a country that has two constitutions, the Sharia law and the Nigerian constitution, which goes against the sanctimony or the legal slow of the Nigerian constitution. It does not apply to some sessions. It's a fraud. It's a lie. This is why Peter Obi is still in court today, because the country does not exist. It only exists for few people. So we must have to trace it to our history and wait, because this country eventually is going to evaporate. It's going to go into bubbles because there is no country. I've not seen a country where budgets are being made on a yearly basis in billions of dollars, in trillions of naira, and nothing, and there is nothing to prove physically. Audio development, a country that leaders allegedly are sponsoring, kidnappers and killers against their own citizens. I've never seen a country where a man like Sheikh Gumi, who claims to know the terrorists, is coming out openly to do his own thing over the years now, and nothing has happened to him. I've never seen a country where the federal government we will have a very strong military wing that went to peacekeeping missions across the continent. The same country, citizens will be kidnapped, a whole railway line will be captured, and the federal government will just behave they didn't see it. Of course, there are people in the government, at the executive, at the legislature, at the judiciary, that are encouraging and sponsoring these things. So for me, I keep telling you, there is no Nigeria. It's a fraud. It's a scam. It doesn't exist. I don't expect anything good from the judiciary, but I want to let them know the country will implode on all of us. There will be no running. There will be no escape route. If you can escape to London or America, what about your aunties? What about your uncles? What about your family houses, your businesses? What about the banks, the company, the so-called companies? So for me, I'm waiting for that doomsday. I'm sorry. This is just the sad reality. We have a bunch of people who do not care, people who are after their egocentric chauvinism, people who are just there for their personal, interests. People who continue to masturbate themselves in the corridors of power to the detriment of the citizens. We are still negotiating basic things of life. When smaller countries like Croatia, countries like Latvia, countries like what's it called, Azerbaijan, smaller countries who get independence in the 90s have 24 hours electricity. They have viable mode of transportation. They have solid educational system. They have security system. They have strong international relationship with other countries. They have currency that are competing at the global stage. And the citizens have a sense of patriotism and a sense of belonging. And we are just here, daydreaming that there is Nigeria. There's no Nigeria. It's a business cafe for our corrupt leaders and their international collaborators. Gentlemen and ladies, Obi has tried his best to finally open our eyes to the sad reality of what Ojukwu complained about. Oil and water can't mix together. If you want to do your Sharia and you want to continue to, practice child marriage, you want to continue to practice your way of life, and you don't want to be part of this country, why the hypocrisy? Why are you interested in the oil in the Niger Delta? What about the gold in Zamfara? It belongs to Zamfara. Then the crude oil in Bayelsa belongs to Nigeria. I will say Kabutu reject Ameta to that. And we will continue to lend our voice, continue to, to educate our people. But this is the reason why history was taken away from our school. But we are here. Those of us who were able to escape with this knowledge, we continue to pass it to them. No country exists unless to ameliorate, to serve as a panacea to the sufferings of the masses. That is a country that cannot improve the welfare of the citizens. You are not seeing the changes on the common man on the street. It's not a country. It's a business cartel. And the citizens who got sense of history, who knows their faucet origo, who knows how the country became a country by Flora Shaw and Lord Lugard in 1914, girlfriend and boyfriend thing, backed by Buckingham Palace. We have to trace our roots. We must trace our roots. We cannot allow these guys to continue with the raping, invading of farmlands, with the kidnappings, with the borrowing spray they are doing. Yesterday we heard they are borrowing $1.5 billion without account, with reckless impunity. That is not a country. No, I mean, the checks and balances between the three arms of government have disappeared. So there is, for me, there's no judiciary. There is no legislature. It's just a gang of people who have made money from drugs. And they dive into politics due to the loopholes in Nigerian system, and they succeeded. And now they've carried the ship of Nigerian state. They are heading for the rocks, and they don't care. If you know the faucet origo or the modus operandi, the modus vivendi of drug dealers, you realize that we are in big problem. Drug dealers don't have conscience. Drug dealers are ruthless. They are brutal. And these same drug dealers, they've taken over Abuja right now. We know with some northern cabal who are illiterate themselves, who are educated illiterate themselves, educated illiterate doctors and professors who do not know the meaning of nationhood, who do not know the meaning of democracy, who do not know the meaning of history, who do not know the meaning of development, who do not care about the principles of of the rule of law. They just think everything is all about money and bribery and corruption. And now the country is going through a political damage at the international level. It's going through damage internally. It's going through damage. In terms of our territory, education, massive migration, and right now, Supreme Court, for me, as far as I'm concerned, is been put in the pocket by these same men. And I doubt if the judges can do the right thing, because if they do the right thing, of course, the drug dealers are going to come after their lives, and these guys, I don't see them as men and women who got the balls to do the right thing. So Nigerians, the ball falls back to you. We did it before against the military. We did it. So what we want to do now is not Tinubu must go only. It's Nigeria must go. We don't know this country. It's not existing for us. We don't benefit. There's nothing working for us. You provide your security. You provide your water by borehole. You buy your generator. You fence your house. You pay your gateman. You pay your vigilante. You are running a country inside a country. Your house is a country of its own. And these are basic things. Reasonable government, sensible government, compassionate government. Leaders with foresight, provide for citizens, for the sake of the children unborn, and for the sake of the integrity of the country among committee of nations. So guys, I want to rest it here. Also to let you know continuously, Ojukwu was very right. I'm not an Igbo man, but I will never be against Biafra. I will never be against Oduduwa Republic, and I will never be against anybody who's agitating to leave this fraud called Nigeria. It's a fraud. It's a scam. It's not equal. There's no equity. There's no fairness. There's no justice. There's no law. It's just a zoo indeed. Indeed, we live in a zoo where animals hit themselves, where animals behave. Where leaders behave like even the so-called tigers and goats. They are even better because they provide. They go and hunt for themselves and for their family. But our leaders just care only for themselves alone. Gentlemen and ladies, as for the judiciary, once again, please let us know that they will not do the right thing. As you said, Mr. NAIJA Watch, it now falls on us. This is the only time we have the chance to speak up. After now, these guys are going to crack down on people. Don't be surprised. They may suspend YouTube in Nigeria. They may shut off internet. A lot of things are going to happen. They are warming up. And I see something happening, something beyond their reasoning. Because a man that has no future, a man that has nothing to live for will die for anything. A man that is hungry can do anything. They don't know what's coming for them. Every day can't be Christmas. I see Nigerians rising up. Hunger will rise us up. Insecurity we unite us and make us have a sense of purpose and do what other countries are doing to get their lands back. I'll leave it here. Thank you for the great work. I join you. I'll join you again. I'm very sorry, guys. I have to leave now. I'm very busy. See you again tomorrow. Thank you.
God bless you, Mr. Alex. Thanks for your wonderful submission. Thanks for coming around. Yes, God bless you.